It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the focus is on Rashad Penny. He burned the defense considerably last week with 146 yards on the ground. It's the Express and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the San Antonio Express and the New England Patriots.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Ryan Tannehill and Mac Jones.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Penny. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. On now is the punter.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Throwing Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now Jones. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it?
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Penny up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England's offense set to go.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, look at the juke. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Got it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Inside handoff, Penny. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get to place on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra
Still pretty
you know, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Myers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Jones looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Deatrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erasing quarterback's targets one by one everywhere he looked, Someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Gets past one man. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that 1st quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. Back out comes San Antonio. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And what a big-time play there. 43 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Penny. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
It's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Jones. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he wisely will throw that one away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Penny, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Here's Jones on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Jones on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Paris Campbell,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Pats are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. One more go for this offense in the first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down and 4, Tannehill finds Pickens out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Tannehill on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we come upon halftime with a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Danico Autry is in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got to move him downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England trotting into place on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Carry over from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jones now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Terrell Basham drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
Back out comes San Antonio.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here's Tannehill.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack on 1st down, Jones over the middle, complete. That's Parker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the draw, this is Penny.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing, Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this is caught. It's Parker. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They snap it to Tannehill.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Penny up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Penny. Ooh, the juke. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Back now in Foxborough, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out come the Patriots.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones throwing the out route and complete. It's Myers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, nice move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing the out route, he's got Parker.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Terrell Basham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Back out comes San Antonio. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Tannehill.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's got some space here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
And as you saw right there, this has got a pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead.
Room here to run.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back out comes San Antonio. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Jones on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
New England's offense set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds Parker here, complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson
from 17 yards out.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 46 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Penny, a first down carry.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now they'll run it again with Penny.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's a give to Penny. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by a field goal. A minute 16 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Pass complete to Harris.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now Jones.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope it. No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.